Before diving deeper into IVF and the impact it's having on society, let's first take a look at what IVF is.
You're looking at over 4.1 million embryos created in just 1 year in the United States. And yet in 2021, only 97,000 children were born. So, as we're thinking through the ethical concerns, you have things like a high destruction rate of embryos, either intentionally or by neglect.
In vitro fertilization, or IVF, the process of creating human life in a laboratory. The controversial medical procedure dates from 1978, when the first IVF baby was born in England. The procedure retrieves a woman's eggs, a man's sperm, and combines them in a petri dish to create the new human life or embryo.
That embryo is then either discarded, or that embryo is sometimes used in scientific research and destroyed in the process, or that embryo can be implanted in a woman's uterus in an attempt to bring that embryo to birth.
Two common methods used to fertilize eggs with sperm are called conventional insemination and intracytoplasmic sperm injection, or ICSI. Conventional insemination occurs when a woman's egg is combined with a large amount of sperm in a petri dish, with the hope that one of those sperm will fertilize the egg and create a new human embryo. ICSI happens when a single sperm cell is selected from a semen sample and is injected directly into the egg.
Both of these techniques have the same moral problems associated with them. Typically, you create more embryos than you end up implanting, and those so-called spare embryos or excess embryos that the intending mother and father do not want to bring to birth and do not want to give the opportunity of continued life, they're typically destroyed or discarded. Or in cases where maybe the parents are ambivalent about destroying them, they're put in cryopreservation, they're put in cold storage, they're literally frozen, sometimes for many years, in a state of suspended animation where they cannot continue to develop in the nurturing environment of a mother's womb, of a woman's uterus.
IVF is a process also used in conjunction with genetic testing as a means to try and eliminate genetic diseases. Dr. Kheriaty from the Ethics and Public Policy Center says this sounds like a good goal, but genetic testing techniques can be used to select embryos believed to have optimal traits.
The bigger, faster, stronger, smarter, maybe the embryo that has a particular skin color or eye color or whatever we deem to be quote unquote most desirable. And this creates, I would argue, eugenic attitudes towards new human lives. This notion that some traits or some lives are more worthy than others and should be given a chance at continued existence.
The use of IVF is contrary to church teaching. The Catechism of the Catholic Church states that IVF is morally unacceptable because it separates the Marriage Act from procreation and establishes the domination of technology over human life.
Rather than being part of a co-creative process that includes cooperating with God and his creative design and intimacy of human sexuality, we've turned the creation of new human life with IVF into a manufacturing process